Hey, what's up guys, my name is Alejandro, I'm Evolve Media AI owner, and I'm here today to explain you and guide you on how to use Zapier in your personal life and your business. As I always say, if your business has no AI, you will not survive. So basically, I'm gonna get you in touch with the basics of Zapier to let you know what you're missing in this AI space and how you can implement it in your life easily. Without anything more to say, let's just hop in with the video. So you might ask yourself, what is Zapier? Well, if you don't know, guys, Zapier is an automation platform which links apps with services to do workflows called Zaps. Two things that I love about this platform. First thing, it fulfills its purpose, which is improving efficiency and productivity by reducing manual processes. Another thing that I love is that you don't need any code. For most of applications and for most platforms, you will need to have some type of level of coding to be able to produce an AI. And within this platform, you don't need it. The platform will do it by itself, specifically for you. Let's hop in with the structure and how it works. What are the different services this platform can provide, and how can it help to your business or your personal life? Alright, so this is what Zapier will look like in their homepage. Before getting to their homepage, you will have to go through a login process. Now, there's many services that Zapier provides, but there's only one, well actually two, which I use in my daily life, which is Zap and Chatbot. The first thing we're gonna go into is the most important for me, and that's Chatbot. This platform contains the best AI chatbots I've ever experimented, seen, or experienced in any other platform. Alright, so first of all, let's talk about chatbots in Zapier. And I believe, and I can say with total confidence, that Zapier chatbots are the best chatbots I've ever found in the moment. So we can see also that they are in the beta mode, so they haven't even finished, and they already have a very diversified amount of features that many other platforms do not have. So let's get straight to it. First of all, I want to show you that they have instructions, knowledge, logic, style, integrations, which is new, conversations, advanced, and analytics. So we have the instructions, right? We have a chatbot instructions, which is the directive. If you press here, you have information about it. It is basically providing information or instructions about how the AI should act when a user interacts with it, more or less. So the style it can use, the purpose of the chatbot. For example, sometimes you want to place more emojis, less emojis. You know, depending on the business, depending on what you want to use it for, it all depends for you and your style, right? So what I did is I put the objectives and the description of, a gym which I just invented. I used a ChatGPT prompt that I will leave in the description for you to use too, and then you can also do this with me at the same time. So I put the description, I put the full working process, objectives, vision, mission, schedules, locations. I think I put more that I should put in instructions, but I think it's great. The more you put, the more the chatbot will know, the better it will interact with those users. Okay, so we press done, and here we have also greetings. Greetings are basically what's the first that the AI chatbot says when a user enters to interact with it. So in my case, I put, hey, how can I help you today? Now, you can see that that's not what it puts, but that's because I used and I selected the generated option, which means that they can, modify a little bit that message to make it more cooler, make it larger as the AI wants. You also can make it static, which basically, if you save changes, it put, how can I help you today? That's what it puts, how can I help you today? So you have both options. I recommend generated because it gives a more, human touch to the AI, and I think that's cool. And the last in the instructions, that would be the AI model. So right now, you have two AIs. You have the GPT 3.5 and the GPT 4 mini. Alright, both are good. You can use both, and you can see that you have to upgrade. Of course, one thing I have to let you know is that if you want to use this chatbot, you will have to pay for an upgrade. Zapier will leave this chatbot for you for around 15 days freely for you to use and experiment it in different websites if you want, in your own website. Whatever you want to put it, you will be able to put it freely. Now, let's get to knowledge. What does knowledge has? So what is knowledge? Well, the name talks by itself, right? Knowledge is what the AI will know. It's the information of the business, you're trying to do this AI for. For example, in my case, I'm doing the gym. I did a document with a ChatGPT prompt about what my gym should look like. So this is what I use to do my knowledge. Basically, it has the description, the full working process, objectives, vision and mission, pricing, schedule, type of coaches, locations, and well, I absolutely love how easy it was, because now I have this knowledge, and this AI chatbot will 100% be able to give the information and provide that information to those who are willing to know things about the gym, and the users will have a better knowledge of what the gym has. Now, next step is logic. Now, what is logic, you may ask yourself? Logic is what the chatbot of the AI has to be able to present itself better with different features and differentiate itself from other AI chatbots. So for example, in my case, I put when a user gets a response, like this one, you show suggested messages, which means down here you can see, tell me about membership options, or what training programs do you offer. So basically, those two quotes down there are given to the user when they enter, because a message has been given by the chatbot, which makes it easier for the user to know more about the gym easier and faster, and they don't have to do nothing. They just have to ask by clicking on it. So for example, let me click on it. Immediately the chatbot will give you basic membership, the premium membership, elite membership, and the paper class. Now another thing that I put here is when a user finishes a conversation, you can run a Zap. Imagine that you have a lead generational chatbot which wanna accumulate information from your leads to be able to create that lead into a potential buyer of some product that you want to sell. Now, this logic will allow to run a Zap over the chatbot to be able to accumulate that information and save it in a Google Sheet, Airtable, or wherever you want to save that information. Now, next thing is style. So style is how you want to make your chatbot look. That's quite easy. I have to say, the beta chatbot of Zapier is one of the easiest chatbots I've ever worked with, because you just have everything displayed already. You just have to click some buttons, do a little bit of work in your knowledge and in your instructions, and that's it. But you can do that with a ChatGPT prompt, and it will be done in less than 10 minutes if you wanted to. The style is what the AI chatbot has. So it has a personality, which means that it has an avatar. In my case, I put an avatar of a photo of me, like reading a book outside. But you can also put logos and icons if you want. If you don't want to put an avatar, you can use also logos or icons to personalize your AI chatbot however you want. Now, you have different shapes. You have circle, you have square. You can make the size smaller, larger if you want. There's also some settings. So for example, automatically open chatbot pop-up when page loads. If you want to do that, click here. Automatically display your greeting message after a few seconds. If you want to do that, click here. That's perfect. I would put the second feature more, because I think that would help the user who's using the website to know that there's someone to help. And the chatbot will appear with a message with a greeting like, hey, what's up? I can help you with whatever you want. Let me help you. And then the user would just get in and automatically be helped by the AI chatbot. Now, another thing that it has is the theme. Of course, when we talk about style, we also talk about the aesthetics of the chatbot, and I think that's very, very important. So we can use default, we can use black if you want, that sets like a dark. Depending on the website and the colors of the website, you want to change the theme to one color or to another. Right? So after that, you say changes. We can go to integrations, which is a new feature which I haven't experimented too much about it, but I do know the objective and the purpose of this integration. Now let's hop in. Integrations. Wow. Yeah, that's it. You can build from scratch a Zap if you want in this chatbot to be able to do different functions too. Like for example, before I told you to save information about the clients or the users who are using this AI chatbot, you can do that too if you use the Zaps. You can also use Slack, Facebook Messenger, Gmail, Zendesk, and more applications to do whatever purpose. Like for example, if you want to save information from the user who was using this AI chatbot, you will be able to do it if you use a build from scratch Zap. So basically, you will do a workflow behind this AI chatbot, which will save information from the clients and place it into your Airtable, place it to your Google Sheets or whatever. If you have a lead generational chatbot, this will be a great feature that you can use, for example. And I mean, you cannot imagine how deep this can go. So I will someday do a video about it. So let's say you want to build a Zap, you will go here. So let's say I want to do something. Here I have, here you have the trigger, you have the, what it does, and the action that takes place. But that's something we will discuss later with the Zapier Zaps feature. Now, let's go into conversation. This is something very good too. And conversations is basically all the conversations during these last 30 days this AI chatbot has had. So basically, if you're the owner of this AI chatbot, you will be able to go into this conversation feature and see what conversations, what questions, what things has happened, and how useful was this AI for the users. And there you can evaluate, wow, okay, he asked this, okay, he asked this. I maybe have to put more information about this in the knowledge to be able to make it more personalized and be able to give more information to the user about it. Now, this is the advanced feature. So advanced feature gives you the public name, the user message placeholder, the creativity of this AI, the browser title, the subdomain, and an advanced feature which is display the built on Zapier label. Now, if you want to name your chatbot, this is the place. You name your chatbot here. You have the message placeholder here, like ask me anything. Here, something that I love to have, because if you want to, edit how creative or how random or how predictable this chatbot can be, you can do it by here. If you want it to be more predictable, you put it here. If you want it to be more random, you put it here. If you want to make it half, you put it here, 50-50, But in my case, I like it to be like more random than predictable, because that makes a more personalized AI chatbot in my opinion. You here also have the browser title. If you want to name this AI chatbot browser title differently, you can. And the subdomain, you can also name it differently if you want. And then there's this advanced feature, which is displaying the build on Zapier label. In my case, I believe that build on Zapier, having it down here, I think if you can take it out, the better, because you don't need it down there. Users will see it, and that can also take a little bit of the aesthetics of the theme. So try to upgrade and take out that build on Zapier label. Then the analytics is something that also I gotta say is very important, because right here you will be able to see and evaluate if your AI chatbot is working correctly. Is it having conversation? How many messages is he responding? It has a weekly and a daily feature. You can see in a weekly plan, you can see that how many conversation and messages in a weekly period has had. You can also see in a daily what have happened in the daily days. Now guys, right here is the AI chatbot I was talking to you about, and I've placed it into a individual web page for you to see completely how we can use it, and how beautiful it is, how great it is, how it works. So with all this said, let's for example ask, tell me about your classes. So we have here the response. At Alejandro's Gyms, we offer a variety of classes designed to cater to all fitness levels and interests. Here's an overview, blah blah blah. You have Monday, Tuesday, la 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 la. Also gives you the training options, the pricing for classes. For example, let's ask, can I try a class first? He says, yeah, absolutely. At Alejandro's Gym, we offer a pay-per-class option. La 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 la. How to sign up, in person or online. You can also check our website to class availability and sign up for the classes of your choice. I'm telling you guys, this AI chatbot is like super good. It's working super good, and it's only a demo. It's only a beta form of this AI chatbot. So let me try also personalizing my own message. Let's say I'm Russian and I don't know English. So I'm gonna talk in English, like in bad English, to be able to see if the AI understands what I'm talking about. So let's ask, for example, bad English. It shouldn't understand it, so let's see if it understands it. Boom, it understands it perfectly. That's what I love about this AI. It's also very personalized. You can see, the emojis. You can see that they're using bold to be able to express certain important information. So that's perfect. One of the features I want to talk about Zapier very clearly is Zaps. And Zaps has been since day one in Zapier platform. What is Zaps? Zaps is making manual processes into automative or automation processes, however you want to call it. In my case, I'm going to use the AI chatbot I was doing before, and I'm going to do a Zap on saving information that the user has been given to the chatbot when they want to sign in. The AI chatbot will ask for what membership they would like to sign in. Of course, they will say basic, elite, premium. Then they will choose out of the three. And once they chose, the AI chatbot will ask for them for their name, for their surname, for their Gmail, and for the telephone number. Once that happens, we will have already the information we need. And once the conversation is completed, then this Zap will trigger, will start working, will analyze the conversation, and will extract the name, the surname, the email address, and also the telephone number. It will extract it to send it to the Airtable to create a new record to know about the potential buyers and the new customers we're having in the gym, right? So how does that work? First of all, you have to know how the Zaps work. Zaps work by trigger and by action. Triggers are the why something activates. In this case, we use the chatbot application, and the trigger event is making a chatbot conversation being completed. When the chatbot conversation is finished, then the workflow, then the Zap will activate and start. You configure it, you put your chatbot, you test your chatbot if it's the chatbot you want to select, and then you go to ChatGPT. That's the next Zap, that's the next application you want to have in this workflow. You put your account, you put the app, you put the action event, which is going to be the analyze text sentiment. And you might ask yourself, what is action event? That's the second thing you have to know about Zaps. Action event is what takes place when the trigger occurs. So basically, in this case, ChatGPT will analyze all the text and all the conversation the user and the AI has had to be able to extract the name, telephone number, Gmail, and surname. You configure and you put a prompt to this ChatGPT to let them know what they have to do. Instructions, clear instructions. In my case, I put what they have to analyze. I put an example. I put message content, which is a recent conversation I had with the AI to let them know out of this conversation what they have to analyze. So that's another example. And also I told them to check if the phone number is valid. All right, because that's something you have to do also as an AI to know if what they are giving you is valid or if it's incorrect. Then the max tokens, GPT model, you continue, and then you go to Airtable. Airtable is, a database which people, teams, members, employees, owners use for their businesses to be able to have a database of, for example, leads who are interested in buying in your company. In this case, it's for the gym. You create a record in your account, in your gym's account, if you have a gym, and then you configure. How do you configure? Basically, you give the base what database you want to include this information to, and the table you want to include information to. In my case, it's table 1. Then you continue, and once you have that, you can publish it. All right. So these are the 3 things you have to do to be able to save information from the name, telephone number, surname, and the Gmail of the client who wants to sign up into your basic, elite, premium membership of your gym. This workflow can work for a lot of you guys. And if you have a business, I recommend you to automate this process with this workflow. Now guys, before you go, stay a second. I want to let you know that sooner or later, I will publish a video on how to use Zapier in depth. For those of you guys who are interested, I will explain to you how can you use this AI platform to be able to do a business by yourself about AI, which in my case, I believe is the best move you can do right now before it's too late. As I always say, if your business has no AI, you will not survive. Now, with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you give a like and subscribe, you will be able to get the notification of my new videos about AI, and trust me, it's worthy because I'm gonna change your life with AI. See you in the next one.